Hello, my name is Deacon Hank Wildenberg, and I am assigned to the Kaukauna Catholic parishes. And our parish this year is giving us a book to read, and it's called 33 Days to Eucharistic Glory. And I was a little late picking out my chapter, but I ended up with chapter 7, and it's called The Pilgrim's Virtue. And right off the bat, I just love this chapter because it doesn't give you any guessing. It tells you exactly what it's about. It starts off with the first sentence by saying, by the second Friday in January, most New Year's resolutions have been abandoned. So we know we're speaking about consistency, being persistent in prayer. And we also know that it is in that consistency that we can grow in holiness. And in the book, he starts off by talking about early on in his journey, the author was experiencing some spiritual dryness. And he went to talk to an elderly priest who gave him, he said, the best advice in his whole life. Our prayer should not be about how it makes us feel, but rather just be consistent and continue to show up. Try to never give up following Christ. And as I was thinking about that, I started thinking about the different saints, and we're all familiar with Monica and her son, St. Augustine, and all the saints, all the great saints have all had moments in their life where they were struggling. To be a saint isn't something that's easy, but I didn't have to go far down the list to come across St. Faustina, one of my favorite saints. And many of us are familiar with her diary, Divine Mercy in My Soul. And in her diary, she too talks about the struggles she faced, some of the rejections, some of the setbacks. Even her own parents were not always that enthusiastic about her pursuing the religious life. But when she finally made that decision, she also struggled to find a convent that would accept her. So there's many opportunities for setbacks, but the persistency in prayer and the persistency of never stopping is what allows us to grow in holiness. And I can think about my own life, all the setbacks that we have. I think about that journey through the diaconate and many opportunities to say no, but the path forward is to always say yes, to never give up. And as we look back over this year, and I've had a wonderful opportunity to work with so many of the people coming into the church through RCIA and OCIA, and I'm always amazed at their willingness to put all the obstacles aside and their willingness to move forward into the church. Many of them have to work around work schedules, family schedules, but they do not stop, they keep coming, and as a result of that constantly moving forward, they can experience the fullness of the Catholic faith, that sacramental church that we all love to take and to be a part of. And even Jesus speaks to this ideal of persistency when he talks about the friend who comes to his neighbor's house at night and he wants to have some bread to feed his family. And our Lord says he will give him food, if not out of his friendship, but out of persistency, that constant knocking on the door. Let us never give up on following Jesus. Let us be persistent on our faith journey, and then we too hopefully can grow into saints and become the men and women that Christ calls us to be.